just talking to them. I don't ask people for smiles or expressions. I think just having conversations with people, asking them about what they're interested in, teasing little kids is awesome. Asking little 5-year-old boys, are they married yet? We'll get them to giggle. Talking about sports they like. I think the more you engage people, the more that their natural spirit and personality comes out. So it's never an instruction to smile, it's always sort of egging that smile on from just a conversational standpoint. Taking pictures of people in general can be tense. Most people don't like to be on the other side of the camera. It's very uncomfortable. Most people don't like to be photographed. So I think just talking to your subjects up front, relating to them, if there are any issues, kind of addressing them up front, especially tense situation with a wedding and divorced parents. Are they speaking? Can they be in photos together? If not, we know that in advance. We keep everyone separate. So I think it's sort of identifying what the tense or stressful things are that are related to it, and then overcoming that up front. So like with moms feeling overweight or worrying that their kids aren't going to behave, just sort of addressing that up front and helping them to understand that the session will take on a life of its own, and just humor, just talking to people. Seeing the work of experienced photographers and seeing the work of new and upcoming photographers who are just getting into the industry and are completely passionate and want to learn and are so hungry for knowledge. When you've been in the industry for a long time, education starts to dwindle as you become an educator, but seeing it from a new perspective and a new photographer. Movies inspire me, music inspires me, I love lyrics of songs. I'm inspired by everyday life. I laugh because it's not always balanced. Sometimes things get out of balance, but it's, you have to kind of pace yourself, walk away from the computer at the end of the day. It's really easy when you're working from home or you're mobile and you can constantly be checking emails and accounts and Twitter and social media and all of that stuff. And when you're running a business, that's part of your business. That's not just a hobby or checking out what your friends are doing. So it's important to step away from that. So like my kitchen is a no phone, no technology zone. So that when everyone's in the kitchen and I'm cooking and we're preparing for dinner, we're actually talking to each other. And that's hard sometimes. I'll hear my own phone go off or beep and I want to go, hey, check it out. But just making time to unwind from your business is super important, and from technology. I mean, we're so over inundated with technology that we have to take a mental break from it. Traveling part, during season it gets tough, but out of travel season it's not too bad. I love the eagerness of people that show up and want to learn and share ideas. That's the most important thing we can do today, is get together in person, live, share ideas, exchange thoughts and problems, and help each other. And we're an industry of people and we photograph people, so the more social we can be, the better it is. So just a venue where people can gather every month and bounce ideas off of each other. A lot of us are solo photographers. We work most of the time on our own, and so when an idea comes to you, you're having a problem, there isn't another cubicle to run over to ask somebody for help. And that's what these types of meetings do. They're a place to get together, socialize in person, and ask questions, get help, and exchange ideas. It's all about natural environmental light and working with natural light. And so it's a little bit more technical than the last book was, because that was about family portraits and developmental stages. And this is a lot more of, how to use natural light, how to reflect it, how to use backlight, what side light means, how to enhance natural light, what the best times of day are. So everything you can imagine, from shooting at sunrise to sunset, and how to use that light, how to overcome bad light, middle of the day. We all see them at the park, photographers with their on-camera flash shooting in the middle of the day. So just overcoming problems, and so it's been a good journey. Well, today's September 11th, and when you called to ask about doing a program on this date, there was no way I could just come in and do a hippie hoppy cheery posing program. Um, it's an important day for me. I was there in New York. I lived in New York at the time. I friends and family and fire department. It hit very very close to home. I'm fortunate enough that I did not lose anyone in the attack, but I lost a piece of my city. That's for sure. I mean, most of us did. And I was able to go down to ground zero 5 weeks after the towers came down and photograph what was left of the towers, and it was very emotional. And so I brought those images to talk about, but I've also been back and I've seen the new tower, Freedom Tower, go up, and the fountains that are there, and I've been through the museum, and it's just a great time to reflect back on a tragedy and how far we've come since then.